Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with my guy Chris Ruffolo as we continue to cook up this WNBA action. We got a solid card today. Finna get y'all in and out of here and hopefully put y'all on some winners. Ruffalo, how you doing, my man?
Yeah, Jay, bright and early, the grind never stops for us with the WNBA. But yeah, I'm here excited to break it down with you. Nice four-game card and ready to make everybody some money.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's do exactly that. Without further ado, let's hop right into today's WNBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get her done. First game up. We got the Connecticut Sun at home at the crib, laying double digits on the Phoenix Mercury. Ruffalo, start us off today. What you like here?
Yeah, this was a game that I was having trouble with in a couple of games. Today we kind of have to keep our eye on the injury situation. It's key for Phoenix here because you've got Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, Natasha Cloud all listed as questionable. This line going up tells me there's a possibility at least one of them won't play. And even then, I think I still have to lay the big number with Connecticut because we've seen them cover this number twice this season against Phoenix, including a 70-47 beatdown late in May. And even in July, the only person missing in that 11-point Sun victory in Phoenix was Diana Taurasi. I mean, Kalia Copper had 21, Brittany Griner had 21. As much as I bash the Connecticut Sun, they still have five players that are scoring in double figures. Still a balanced offense. They just feel sometimes they tend to rely on their defense too much, but I think this is one spot where they can get it done. I like the Sun laying the big number.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I'm not totally in love with this basketball game. Laying 10.5 with the Sun does, make my stomach hurt a little bit. But like you said, we've seen them win by this margin against this team twice. This is a bounce back game at home after they just lost to a really good Liberty team. So they should be locked and loaded here. All the injuries to the Sun, to the Mercury, really don't set up well for them. Not my favorite game today, but I think the Sun are the right play. I'm gonna lay the double digits as well. Next game up, we got the Washington Mystics at home at the crib catching double digits with the Aces coming into town. For me in this one, we just saw the Aces beat up on this team in Vegas. I think they beat up on this team in Washington. Aja Wilson is just playing on another level right now. It just is what it is. The Aces are, as a team, are playing on a different level right now. They struggled earlier in the season, but right now, currently, I like the form they're in. We have seen the Mystics play better basketball. They got a dub recently, but hey, this is one of the best teams, if not the best team in the WNBA, going up against one of the worst. And I think they do what they just did. I'm gonna lay the points here. Ruflo, what you think?
Yeah, I went back and forth on this one because the Mystics, believe it or not, are actually the best cover team in the WNBA now. With this little run that they've been on since getting their first win of the year. But like you said, this Aces team is back to looking like the Aces team that's been the class of the WNBA for the last couple seasons. You mentioned Asia Wilson just being on a tear. Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young have been keeping it going. Now Chelsea Gray is back as well. It just makes this Aces team even more dangerous once they all start clicking. And like you said, we just saw this matchup in Vegas and the Aces dominated. In Washington, the Mystics managed to sneak in the back door. I don't think the Aces give them the chance this time around. Like I said, we're seeing the Aces turn it up to another level right now, and I think they keep it going here. I gotta lay the points with the Aces as well in this one.
Next game up, we got the Minnesota Lynx at home at the crib with Indiana coming into town. The Caitlin Clarks, as I like to call them. Caitlin Clark and them are catching 5.5. Ruffalo, do you think they can cover?
I think they can. This line, looking at this, again, a matchup where you have to keep an eye on the injury report. Nafisa Collier still listed as questionable for Minnesota, but we've seen the Minnesota Lynx have trouble without her in the lineup. I mean, the last couple times they've been at home, where the Lynx have gone 10-2 straight up this season, they had trouble putting away the Washington Mystics. They lost outright to the Connecticut Sun. So I think the Indiana Fever, who have found their offensive game as of late, and all of a sudden only 4 games below 500 and are being a lot more competitive, could give the Lynx some trouble here. I mean, sure, the Indiana Fever had an issue with defense themselves, but I still think that they've been fairly competitive. Mark is turning up her game as well. And like I said, I think this line only being at 5.5 tells me that there's another chance that Collier might not play here. So I'm going to take the 5.5 points with the Indiana Fever in this one.
Hey, man, we agreeing on a lot today because I'm with you right here as well. I'm on the Fever. To be honest, I think I'm gonna sprinkle on the money line here for the Fever. Both teams are 6-4 in their last 10. Um, the Lynx, they haven't been as dominant as they once were. Like you said, they're banged up, missing Miss Collier. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Fever. I am. I'm just gonna be real. I feel like they've competed against the teams they were supposed to. I know they lost that game to the Mystics, which was a head scratcher. But outside of that, this last month or so, I really like what I'm seeing from Indiana, man. And plus 190 in a very winnable spot against a Lynx team who's kind of in a little slump. I think it's worth a shot, man. Give me Indiana plus the 5.5 and a sprinkle and a shot on the money line. And last and final game of the night, man, we have the Seattle Storm at home at the crib again. Man, it's their ninth straight home game, man. They're laying 13.5 here on the Atlanta Dream. Look, I said this pretty much through the entire homestand. I just don't like fading Seattle at home at the crib. They low-key remind me of the Denver Nuggets because they go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. And they've been shooting in the same rims, the same gym for over a month, basically. So no way in hell can I fade them here in this spot. The Dream have been free falling. Not liking what I'm seeing from Atlanta at all. I think the Storm do what they do at the crib, man, and beat up on Atlanta. What you think, Roof?
Yeah, I hate to say that we were just agreeing on everything today, but synchronicity. I got to go with the Storm as well. The thing for the Storm is that we said it before. Like you mentioned, this is a great home team. They lead the WNBA in cover percentage at home. They've just been absolutely dominant in Seattle, and the Dream continue to be banged up. No Ryan Howard, no Jordan Canada, and this is a team that was struggling to keep pace even when those ladies were in the lineup as well. And this is a Seattle team that could hurt you in a bunch of different ways. They've definitely improved this season, and I just think it's another smash spot for Seattle. We've seen them cover and win by margin at home over the course of this home stand. I gotta take the Storm here as well. Another smash spot.
And that's going to conclude this episode of the WNBA Layup Session. As always, we appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video, man. Money making Sunday. You can scoop up my best bets over at Pickdawgz Premium. Ruffolo, what you got going on?
Yeah, I only got one WNBA play for me on the board today. Got some baseball as well. So definitely make sure, like Jay said, you scoop that up. Head to Pickdawgz Premium. Jump on something today, or you can jump on a long-term pass. We got Christmas in July coming up, so definitely a great time to take advantage.
Yes, sir. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Money making Sunday. I know it's the All-Star break coming up, so video's going to be, in and out depending on the schedule, but we'll be here. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. We're out here.